never be unstoppable.
In the stands, the crowd's alive,
So alive.
cheering for UConn. They won't give up the fight. From the first pitch to the final out. We're Husky Hardball. We've got the.
All right.
Well, you had to cut the song short. I was just starting to get into it.
You want the whole?
No, it's okay. Yes, it is Husky Hardball time. I'm your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. And with me, as always, Detective Sergeant Dave Schumann, Coach Schumann.
Detective.
Well, yeah, I put on the Marilyn Monroe thing that I'm the lieutenant, and you're the detective. I'm your supervisor.
Oh, that's my that. I think that show's going to become one of my favorite shows.
It is. It's been great. It's been great. It's been great. I was boring you with too much biographical information, so we'll just go to the death. And UConn changed their website around, which has angered me. Now they have, how about this? They have donate on the website, which never used to be there. You can donate. Oh, God, that's why Burton's. Yeah. So you can donate to sports. Wow. Ways to support the Husky Athletic Fund. Fight on fund giving. Annual giving. Sports. Wow. That's, now I get it. Okay. That makes sense. You can stop playing the song now.
Why, you don't like it?
I know you're into it. You love the song. Yeah, it is a great song. It is a great song.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not.
No, it's great. I like it. I like it. The good news, UConn played a doubleheader last weekend against the mighty Bulldogs of Butler, and they smoked them. They smoked them, continuing just an incredible second half of the season. They swept Butler at the doubleheader. The first game was 18-4. The second game was 11-6. And it just amazes me the production we're getting offensively. And it's just like I said, it's murderer's row with our batting order. Robert Spoley, Ryan Daniels, Tyler Minnick. I mean, they're just killing it. And that is why we are having so much success. This game, UConn took a 6-0 lead in the first inning. 6-0 lead in the first inning. Daniels singled up the middle and scored Rispoli, and Shapur advanced to third. Biller was hit by a pitch that put the bases loaded. And guess what happened?
What?
Well, you don't have to guess. Apparently, we had a grand slam home run by MacArthur. MacArthur hit a grand slam home run. Grant MacArthur, he's the first baseman, and he had a whopping 7 RBIs this game. So that's a pretty good
7
start.
RBIs.
He had 7 RBIs. This
Fire.
he was 3 for 4. 3 for 4 with 7 RBIs, and his only, he walked, so that's why he was 3 for 4. And he also scored 2 runs. Talk about production. So you're getting, and he is batting. He was batting, I believe, 7th or 8th. So to get that production, at the bottom part of your lineup is incredible. Rispoli, again, I mean, he was 1 for 2. Shapur was 3 for 5. Daniels 4 for 5, 3 RBIs. And then, you know, the player Tyler Minnick, I mean, he was 2 for 4. I'm sorry, he was 3 for 4. He had 2 RBIs, and he also scored 3 runs. So, I mean, it's just unbelievable, the hitting, the offense that they have turned on. Like they just scored double digits. I mean,
their offense is unbelievable. I mean, the hits
yeah.
and RBIs and they are like.
Well, yeah, I mean the 20 plus runs they scored against Nova last week was incredible. But I mean the pitching was good too. They only went with 2 pitchers, obviously because I think it was because it was a double header. Oliver Pudver is now 5-1. He went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned run, and he struck out 6. Great job, great outing. And Kyle Peters pitched 3 innings. He gave up 2 earned runs and struck out 6. So that's an outstanding outing. Villanova, poor Andrew Hendricks, went 1 1/3, gave up 4 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs. And I believe, did he give up the? Yeah, so he gave up a grand slam home run. 6 runs in the first inning. That's pretty big hole to dig yourself out of. And overall, this is what's even more impressive. I mean, they had 8 hits in 31 at bats. 8 hits and 31 at bats, and they scored 4 runs, and they had 12 strikeouts. Butler's, and they left 9 guys on base. So great start for UConn in the first half of the doubleheader. Now I believe the doubleheaders are they? Yeah, so they're 9 innings, and because I do the Worcester Red Sox show. When they do double headers, there's 7 innings. So that's why it's surprising to see. The second game, UConn won again. It looks like double digits. So this one was 18-4. The second game was a little bit tighter. It was 11-6. 11-6, UConn won. Putting them to 32-18 overall. Butler is 14-36. So the first inning was balanced. Both teams scored 3 runs. Butler had Townsend, who had a 3-run shot that scored Drum and Solomon. UConn, Daniels homered to right field, and it was another 3-run home run. Shapur scored and Rispoli scored. And then Daniels homered to right field in the third, which gave them the lead. It was a 2-run shot that put them up 5-3. Garbowski homered and knocked in 2. That put them up 7-3, and that was in the fourth. And from there, they cruised. They just kept adding runs. They just kept adding runs and runs and runs and got up to 11. Again, just an impressive output offensively. Rob Rispoli was 1 for 3. He scored 3 runs. Caleb Shapur was 1 for 4. He scored 2 runs. Ryan Daniels, how about this? 4 for 5, 7 RBIs. Another 7 RBI game. And then Tyler Minnick, he was only 1 for 4, but he did score a run. No RBIs. So it's just wow. I mean, the hitting they have.
Which game were you talking about?
This is the second game of the doubleheader against Butler.
Right, the 11-6 win, and then they beat
Yeah.
Butler a third time.
Yes, they swept Butler. They swept Butler the third game. But I'm just looking, and the only two players that did not get a hit, Grant MacArthur, who DH'd, he was 0 for 3. And that was it. I mean, everyone else got a hit. I'm
Minnick
sorry.
is- Minnick
Yeah,
is a
Minnick's the
dude.
stud. Minnick's
Yeah.
the stud. Yeah, for sure. Minnick's the stud. But pitching wise, Tommy Ellison went 6 2/3. He gave up 4 runs, 3 earned runs, struck out 4. Greg Shaw the third pitched 1 batter, gave up 1 hit, and hit another pitch, hit someone with a pitch, and that was it for him. So that was, I'm sorry, he hit a run. He hit someone with a pitch, and that, I guess, counts as a hit. I didn't know that. Then JT Caruso came in, pitched 2/3 of an inning. Not great. 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs. And then Brady Afram came in and shut it down. He pitched 1 2/3. He gave up no earned runs, and he struck out 3. So he finished the game strong. Thomas Ellison got the win, and that put him to 5 3. So, I mean, when you have run support like this in double digits, like I said before, I said it last week, if you're scoring 7 or 8 runs, you're thinking that's enough offense to win a game. Not against UConn. Not against UConn. I was going to look and see how many games consecutively they've scored double digits, or how many double-digit games they've had on the year. So the third game of the series was a little bit slower paced, but UConn dominated. They won 7-1. 7-1. And this was a little bit slower. They did have 10 hits, but you didn't have the run production early on. It was spread out primarily throughout the game. Grant MacArthur homered in the second inning. It was just a solo shot. Then it was Connor Lane who caught this game. He doubled to center field, and MacArthur scored, and Doherty scored, made it 3-0. Minnick in the 6th inning reached on a fielder's choice. There was a throwing error. Daniels tried to go to second and was thrown out, but Shapur scored. That put him up 4-0. Sam Biller, he's another great player, singled to right field. Minnick scored to make it 5-0. Rispoli singled in the 7th. Padilla scored 6-0. Biller had a sacrifice fly, and Rispoli scored. That made it 7-0. Going into the 8th inning, Butler's only run came off of Carr, who doubled. It was a ground rule double, and Ayers scored. So another impressive outing. The pitching is picking up. It's coming in line, I would say, with the offense. Charlie West got the win. He is now 4-0. He went 5 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs. He did walk 6. He also struck out 6. And he threw a lot of pitches. Threw 99 pitches in 5 innings. That's quite a bit. Sam Hutchinson came in. He went 1 1/3 and got the out they needed. They pulled him. They went to Greg Shaw the third. He pitched 1 2/3, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Great job. JT Caruso came in, pitched a third, got out who he was supposed to get out with just a strikeout. Great job there. 4 pitches. Good day. Must be nice to be a pitcher. And then Sean Finn came in at the end when they were up 7-0. He went 1 2/3, but he also gave up 2 hits and the only earned run of the game. So Charlie West got the win, and that put him to 4-0. They swept Butler handedly. So they go to, unfortunately, Northeastern, and this is uncharacteristic, but Northeastern, I believe, is one of the best teams. And I don't know if they're in the Big East, but they're a great team. They're 42. They're 42-9.
Top 25 team too.
Yeah, they beat us up. It was 7-1. 7-1. They beat us up. It put us at 33-19. We just got no production offensively. Overall, I mean, we had 6 hits. 7 strikeouts, and we left 7 on base.
Okay.
We did not. I mean, runners weren't really in scoring position. It was just a poor outing. Rispoli went 0 for 4. Daniels went 0 for 4. Minnick went 1 for 4. He also scored a run.
I think they did early on, but
Biller was 0 for 4. MacArthur 1 for 4. So I mean, they just were overmatched in this game. And again, you think giving up 7 runs, UConn usually scores in double digits. They can handle it, but not against a quality team like Northeastern.
Well, you need pitching. In the end, that's, I think, if you were to say what their weakness is, their pitching, especially in the starting role, giving up a lot of runs.
100%.
That's where their weakness is. Their hitting is phenomenal.
Yeah, 100%.
But when they face a team that can pitch, when you're going to be limited, the hitting is. By the way, did you? On a totally different note, did you see the softball girls won the?
I did not.
They won the big championships.
Oh, that's amazing! That's great.
Yeah, so maybe we should be. It's their 8th title, and
Jesus, wow.
Yeah, I'll give you. Let's get a couple of clips. I mean, let's give the girls some credit here. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kickstart a little excitement.
I just hate how they changed the website. That irritates me.
Well, I gotta look at that. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I don't know why they changed the website.
Here we go.
Really, no need for that. I mean, they really didn't change it. They just moved things over.
Their personal playground. Last night, they beat Creighton 12-1 to clinch their spot today.
Oh.
Championship.
Did it say what the record was?
Let's get to the end.
Strike 1 on Hannah Poole.
18-4. Holy crap.
They're 1 strike away again.
Wow, that is amazing. She's wearing
once
earrings.
Again on the
She's wearing a lot of earrings.
Of making a little history. In the 50th season of UConn softball, that group of women just made history for the first time in almost 25 years.
I wonder if Joe D called the game.
Champs.
Wow.
25 years.
Wow.
That's like you were in school.
So that was when I was there. Yes, the softball girls. Yes, they were crazy.
No matter what, they always play the Connecticut Husky song. Connecticut.
Yes.
Did Randy? Did Randy?
Yes.
You did?
Yes, we had to sing the goddamn fight song. Yes.
You know who started that, by the way?
Was it Skip?
Oh yeah.
Listen, you know what? I really don't.
Bad idea. I think
I don't have a problem with it. I don't have.
I like it. I like it.
It is. It's good for camaraderie. It's good for team building. And
it's never going to be out of my head because I had to memorize because you had to sing.
I know.
Did you have to sing it? You had to sing it, right? In front of
everybody? You had to know the words and sing it and everything. Absolutely. So the men then went and played Maine. They played Maine. Maine is 20-28. UConn 34-19. And this game, they cruised again, 13 runs. They won 13-4. And they opened the first inning, 5 runs. Biller walked, and so they had the bases loaded. Biller walked, and a run scored. Shapur scored. That put him up 1-0. Doherty singled to right field and had 2 RBIs. Minnick and Daniels both scored. Biller advanced to second. MacArthur singled up the middle, and Doherty advanced to third. Biller scored. Lane had a sacrifice fly, and Doherty scored, and that made it 5-0 in the first inning. Then the second inning, Daniels singled to left field. Shapur scored, and Tyler Minnick, Casey at the bat, homer to left center. It was a 2-run shot that put him up 8-0. Maine did not score until the 4th inning. They had Menzel, who doubled, and O'Neill scored. And then Barty singled up the middle, and there was a throwing error, and Reynolds scored. Actually, they had 2 people score. So it made it 8-3. Biller again comes to the plate, bottom of the 4th, solo home run, makes it 9-3 in the 4th.
Pass, boy.
Yeah, man. And Menzel for Maine had a solo home run, made it 9-4. Then in the 7th, Lane singled. MacArthur advanced to second. Doherty scored. It made it 10-4. Rispoli reached on a fielder's choice. Padilla was out at second. Lane advanced to third, and MacArthur scored, made it 11-4. Man, they get runners on base. Shapur had a ground out, but Rispoli advanced to third, and Lane scored in the 7th. And then Daniels reached on a throwing error, and Rispoli scored. And that made it 13-4. So again, you just look at the bats. Rispoli was he had an RBI because of the walk, I believe. And then Caleb Shapur, 1 for 3. He scored 2 runs, had an RBI. Ryan Daniels, 1 for 4, scored 2 runs, had an RBI. And then Tyler Minnick was 1 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Sam Biller was 1 for 4, 2 RBIs. Doherty, 1 for 4, 2 RBIs. But you look at it throughout, every one of their top 6 batters scored runs. 2 runs, 2 runs, 2 runs, 2 runs, 1 run. Grant MacArthur was 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Connor Lane, the catcher, was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. I mean, every player got a hit except for Brian Padilla, the third baseman. He was 0 for 2, but he was walked twice. So, I mean, nobody grounded out, flied out. I mean, everyone hit. And then, the pitching, Oliver Pudvar was 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs. He struck out 4. I'm just curious why they pulled him. He did end up getting the win, putting him at 6-1. Greg Shaw III, he came in, did an okay job, pitched 5 innings, 4 hits. He gave up 3 earned runs. He did have 3 walks, but he struck out 4. He faced 17 batters too. Evan Hamburger, that's a great name. Did his job. He was 1 1/3. He got his out and he was done. And then Cameron Meyer came in for 2/3 and closed the game out, struck out one. That was all she wrote. So another big win, another double-digit win, 13-4. So, wow, it's just an onslaught at certain times. Like when they turn it on, it's like I compare it to football, where once you get that momentum going, it is very, very hard to stop. Momentum, that train gets going. It is not being slowed down or stopped anytime soon. So their final games are tonight against Maine, or tonight and tomorrow against Maine. That'll be the final of the regular season. And then the Big East tournament is next week in Ohio from Wednesday to Saturday. So I just wanted to see what the standings were for them. It doesn't really say. Let me see if it does here. Okay. Stats. Yeah, I can't see the standings. I'm just curious where they are. Because I thought you had said
Creighton at the top.
Creighton was one, right? Yes,
right.
Yeah, Creighton was one, but I mean, they went 4 out of 5 last weekend, so that definitely must have put them in a better position. They are 17-4 in the conference, so that's a great record. What's interesting, though, they're 15-3 at home. They're 17-13 away. So they're not the best away from home. They played a very, very difficult out-of-conference schedule early on. And I think that's probably why they own the Big East. There's we talk about the Big East in all different sports, but you definitely can see in baseball, I do not think the Big East is revered.
No, it's not.
Or has as much
UConn, basically, and maybe Creighton.
Yeah, I mean it's Villanova, Rhode Island
used to be good. Are they good still or no?
No, I didn't believe Villanova was good. From what I saw out of last week. Let me just double check, because I thought they had a losing record. They are, they're 20-25. This was when UConn played them, so they have a losing record. And then Rhode Island is Rhode Island a Big East team? That I don't know. Oh no, they're not a Big East team. They're not a Big East team. Butler's a Big East team. Butler's horrific. Northeastern is not a Big East team. Maine is not a Big East team. So they closed out their Big East schedule with sweeping Butler. So maybe that obviously has something to do with how they're putting their lineup and pitching against Maine to close out the season, because we don't know if they are able to advance up the standings, if they will be able to win the Big East based on the season being over league-wise. But my God, the stats. Ryan Daniels, he's batting .367. He's got 14 doubles, 15 home runs. Tyler Minnick, he's the guy. He bats .362, 10 doubles, 19 home runs. And I'm sorry about that. Ryan Daniels has 15 home runs, 66 RBIs. Minnick 19 home runs, 64 RBIs. And then you have Caleb Shapour batting 347. He has 4 home runs. He is more of an on-base guy who scores runs. But, I mean, he's got 33 RBIs. Aiden Doherty bats 336. He has 27 RBIs. He's got 11 doubles. My God. And, Sam Biller, 13 doubles, 13 home runs, 58 RBIs. Grant MacArthur, 43 RBIs, 10 home runs. He bats 295. I mean, it's just unbelievable the power that they have. You have slugging percentages over 700. Like Ryan Daniels' slugging percentage is 734. Minnick's slugging percentage is 739. That's amazing. That's a great number. The rest of the guys, I mean, they're 400 and above. Grant MacArthur has a 600 slugging percentage. And, I mean, just all around, you see the hitting, the run scoring. I mean, Ryan Daniels is just an incredible leadoff guy. He gets everything started for them. He scored 63 runs, which leads the team. Tyler Minnick has scored 59 runs. Caleb Shapour scored 61 runs.
Is Tyler Minnick a draftable guy for them?
That's what I gotta check and see if he was drafted out of high school. So he had a great summer season last summer in the New England Collegiate Baseball League. He batted 316. He had 24 hits, 7 home runs, and 23 RBIs. He had a great 2024 season. I'm trying to see if he was drafted. It doesn't say that he's been drafted. So, I mean, he's from Pennsylvania. So, again, it's not the best baseball state.
Pennsylvania's pretty good. I think Pennsylvania's a pretty good baseball state.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought everyone in the Northeast stunk in baseball.
New Jersey's a pretty good baseball state.
Oh, okay. I didn't know guys were getting drafted out of there.
Oh, yeah. New York is a terrible baseball state.
Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for
I'll tell you why.
New York State being a terrible.
Too cold up where you are.
It's the weather. Yes, you're absolutely right. I agree with you.
And it's where they could play more in New York City. There's not enough people playing baseball anymore. Long Island to lacrosse, and Long Island to lacrosse.
Yeah, so New York's a big
area
lacrosse.
that I think plays some baseball is maybe Westchester County and
yes. By the city down Long Island.
Like Staten Island maybe.
Yeah, and Tyler Minnick, I mean, he's only a sophomore. So that's huge. It's got the little cash thing on there, so if you want to donate to him, you can. You can get a shout out for $21. He'll make a social media post for $42. He'll appear at a practice or event for $43, and he will give you an autograph for $41.
They must be lining up.
That's amazing that they're setting this up on the website. So now we know why Bleeding Blue for Good was dropped. They're doing it all on the website. I wanted to just check out the pitching. So it looks like, so they have Oliver Pudvar, who leads the team with 6 wins and 1 loss. They have Thomas Ellison, who's 5-3. And then after that, Charlie West is 4-0. Sean Finn is 6-1. And then down the rest of the line, it's kind of a mishmash. Saves, Brady Ephraim was the guy we talked about. He has 8 saves. And it doesn't really look like anyone. Yeah, nobody else stands out in the save category. Oliver Pudvar leads the team in strikeouts. He's got 66 strikeouts. Thomas Ellison is 5-3. He's the guy. He's got 54 strikeouts. And then the closer, Brady Ephraim, has 47 strikeouts. So, I mean, it's really, I'm trying to see what they're, I mean, the ERAs are kind of all over the place. The only one with a really good ERA is the closer, Brady Ephraim, with 1 point. He's got a 1.39 ERA. But Greg Shaw has been good as a middle reliever. It's good to see him come on. They have a huge pitching staff. So they're trying to get guys innings and time before the playoffs. So here's the conference. Okay, I still wanted to see what the conference standings were, because the tournament is played in Ohio, so they're going to have to go out to Ohio next Wednesday. I don't know how many teams particularly make the tournament. And, we rolled last year through.
I think the tournament's it's hosted at Xavier with Xavier at Prasco Park in Mason, Ohio, 21st to the 23rd.
Yes.
7th time it'll be hosted at Prasco Park, which is I'm trying to pull up the facility here.
I can't picture Xavier having a good facility for baseball. We have a brand new one. I mean,
oh, it's nice, Prasco Park.
Oh, it is, really?
Yeah.
Well,
I'll show it to you.
I just want to see if I can find the Big East baseball standings.
Here, you can see it here, Prasco Park.
Oh, holy crap! That is beautiful.
Oh, the Cincinnati Spikes play there, so that must be a. You know this stuff from your the Woo days.
Yeah, but the Spikes, they can't be AAA. Does it say they're AAA? Yeah, I
don't. Big East championships.
Yeah, it's a beautiful stadium.
We should get media passes to Prasco Park.
I can get you a media pass to the Worcester Red Sox. I can't get you a media pass to see the Cincinnati. You want to drive to Cincinnati, Dave? I can't get you to drive.
Right. Have you ever been to Cincinnati?
Yeah, I've been to Cincinnati. I like Cincinnati.
Nice. Cincinnati's nice.
Yeah, it is. It is. Cincinnati is
right on the borderline of Kentucky, and across in Kentucky is the Ponies at what's the name of the
well like the Kentucky Derby?
No, Kentucky Derby is a little bit of ways away from there because that's Louisville.
Oh, okay. I see.
Well, let me see how far. But right near Cincinnati. Let me see what the heck's the name of it.
You're saying a city in Kentucky
it's in Kentucky. What's the name of it? Belterra Park, is it? No, it's Cincinnati. Maybe it was Turfway. Yeah, Turfway.
Okay.
Turfway Park. I guess Cincinnati has a racetrack too.
So UConn is now first in the Big East.
I've stayed in Florence, in Kentucky. Thank you, NUC.
You like Kentucky?
I enjoy it. I've been to Lexington. I've been to Louisville.
Oh, okay.
And I've been to Florence, which is
I like. Louisville's okay.
Louisville's okay. There's not much there.
I'm not a Lexington. Lexington is nice.
Lexington's nice. When you leave Lexington, like when you go out to the like you go out, I don't know what you would call it, rural area.
Right.
Oh, it's like rolling hills. You see horse farms all around there. And
So does Marquette not have a baseball team? Oh. So UConn is now first in the Big East at 17-4. Creighton is 15-4. Xavier is 14-7. St. John's is 11-8. And then Seton Hall's 8-12. Nova's 7-13. Butler's 4-15. And the mighty Hoyas are 3-16. So I'm just surprised because I was looking, like DePaul isn't listed, Marquette's not listed,
right.
Providence isn't listed. So I was just curious if they don't have a baseball team or if they're only showing the teams that are. No, they can't be showing the teams that are in the tournament. Well, maybe they are. I mean, would a 3-16 Georgetown team be in the tournament? I don't know how it works in baseball if everyone qualifies for it. So it's going to be, let me just see if it says the tournament schedule. Okay. No, it does not. It does not. It does not. It does not. It just shows everyone finishing up. And apparently Providence and Marquette do not have baseball teams. They're nowhere on the schedule. It's a small baseball conference. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 9 teams. So that's small for baseball. That's a very small conference, but it's wow. I just remember looking at them when they were 10-13, and they were struggling. But when you look at the competition they played early on, it makes sense, and it definitely makes sense why they're dominating in the Big East. I think that they're going to roll through. I don't think there's anyone that's going to give them trouble. I just wanted to see what their four conference losses, who they came from. They did lose to Xavier, but that was in March. They lost twice to Xavier in March, and they lost twice to Creighton in April. That was it. They have rolled. The only losses since April 6th, when they lost to Creighton, their only losses have been to Rutgers. Rutgers beat them 13-11, and Northeastern beat them 7-1. Other than that, they have rocked and rolled. So, they're beating up Georgetown, Seton Hall, Army, UMass. They beat Rhode Island. They swept Villanova. They swept Butler. Wow. So, it's a case of them being good or the league just being so god awful.
Right.
Because they did beat Miami. They lost to Campbell. They lost to Duke. They beat North Carolina. Lost to BC. Played Northeastern twice. Lost twice. They started off 0-5. They started in March playing in Puerto Rico, and they lost to Stetson, Missouri, Penn State, and Florida Atlantic 3 in a row. after that. So they played it. USC and UCLA lost both those games. So they started off 1-7. That's good coaching, good comeback, and it looks bright for them. A very bright future. I predict Wednesday through Saturday that they should roll the Big East. I don't know how the playoffs work after that, but I think they'll win the Big East. Scoring double digits and everything. And the pitching.
It's gonna be them or Creighton, unless there's a major upset.
I think they'll beat Creighton. They lost to Creighton early on. They're too hot right now to lose. And we can officially congratulate. We talked about Mike Burton, his son, joining the Huskies. Very happy for him.
Right.
Yeah, right. I'm going to Mars tomorrow. I don't know if you knew that or not.
You're going where?
I was just saying that because I know you're not paying attention.
You're going to Mars?
Yeah, it's a Seinfeld joke.
You're going to yeah. So you're going to Mars. Is that what? Because when someone's paying attention, they're going to Mars tomorrow.
Costanza got pissed or Jerry got pissed because Costanza or Kramer wasn't listening to him. He's like, so I'm thinking about going to Mars next week. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it'll take too long. Really excited for the trip. And they're like, yeah, well, good. Sounds good. Whatever. I like to throw that in there when people are ignoring me and not paying attention.
Well, I am paying attention. I paid attention to the whole entire breakdown of the baseball series, which, by the way, I stayed awake for, and I thought it was interesting.
Well, it was. I mean, I
think the UConn's bats are too good for anybody in the Big East. I think the Creighton's the only one that could have a chance.
But you got to remember, they haven't played Creighton in months, so that's why I think that they'll roll through.
Right.
Because they haven't played them since early March. That was their last loss was to Creighton. So I think they're a different team since they faced Creighton. And they lost to Xavier twice, but I think they're going to smoke Maine and they'll finish strong and go into the Big East tournament on a roll and come out winning. And, hopefully get to the Final Four again. It's just great to see overall UConn for 2024, 2025 has had a very good year in sports, doing more with less.
There's no doubt about it.
I mean, we have the best, we have incredible facilities. It's just, with the landscape changing, NIL and all that, being able to, like we talked about, kids who would normally get scholarships are falling through the cracks, and it's all about transfers. I don't know how it works for baseball. I would think less because kids get drafted and then they could, some will go to college and they all play in wooden bat leagues over the summer. I'm sure there's not as many kids in the transfer portal for baseball compared to the other sports.
No doubt. There's no doubt. How about softball? 25 years. Since they won a championship, pretty incredible stuff. I mean,
huge.
If UConn men win, you will have a softball and baseball. What would we change the name of the show if we did both softball and hardball?
I don't think we'd be able to.
We call it Husky Hard and Soft.
Soft and hard. Soft then hard.
Husky
ball. Husky balls.
Husky balls?
Yeah, it'd have to be husky balls.
Do you have your balls? They can be soft or they can be hard.
I wouldn't. I have no clue how to cover softball. Baseball, I do. So,
what would be? Let me think.
No, it'd be Husky Balls.
I'll have to come up with a name for
No,
it.
it's Husky Balls.
It's not Husky Balls.
It is Husky Balls. We have Husky Balls.
A Husky Hardball sounds good, though. That's a good name for.
Well, I mean, Husky Hardball is universal. I mean, you could use it for baseball and softball. But I have no idea how to cover softball. I don't know the rules. I don't know what's good pitching, good hitting. I mean, if they throw underhand.
They do. You don't know that they throw underhand?
They use a lot of pronouns. I mean, I wouldn't know what to do.
We call it Husky Diamond. That's what Lockdown calls theirs. That's laughable. Husky Hardball is so much better than Husky Diamond. That's a terrible.
Locked On still has a baseball show.
Locked On UConn.
Oh.
Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't have Locked On anymore. I don't even know. I really don't know.
Well, can I officially then say Locked On My Balls again?
You could say it when you weren't allowed to say it.
I couldn't say it when I was allowed to say it because I was reprimanded about 5 minutes after I said it.
Let's see. Husky Locked On.
Well, it's UConn Locked On.
UConn. Since he left, there is no.
Yeah, they stopped. Okay, so they stopped production.
They stopped production.
Because I asked to host.
You ready for this? So UConn.
They're looking for a new PA announcer. How about that?
Where?
It was on Facebook because Laban Marsh put my name in for me. He said Steve Cully.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
For what? UConn football?
No, I think for everything.
What do you go to every game and you just
You're the PA announcer, yeah. It was a Facebook post. I don't know if it was real or what, but Laban generously decided to throw my name in, like they'd ever hire me for anything. But I can say they are excited.
No, it's real. Maybe I'll apply for that.
You're not going to apply for that. You're not going to leave Jersey.
Of course I would.
You would not leave Jersey. Your wife would have a meltdown.
And next up to bat is Tyler Minnick. Tyler Minnick is batting .385 on the season with 15 home runs.
Yeah,
and
you got the Jersey accent. You can't do it. You got that Jersey accent.
And that oh wow, we have a special guest today. We have Billy the Liquor Guy.
Billy the Liquor Guy. Yes,
and Steve Curry as their agent. All right.
Yes, Billy the Liquor Guy.
Don't forget Billy the Liquor Guy.
Several women.
New movies coming out.
Yes, in 2030.
And it's expected on Netflix in
scheduled for release in
2028. The executive producer is Steve Cully. Special guest Frank Cristiano, voice of reason. playing.
Frank said he wanted to be the guy on the jet ski that goes in the ice hole.
His job is called jet ski guy. He's jet ski guy. Wilbur Gilliard's found his way into the PA announcing booth. Shocking, not surprising. Yes, Steve, please stop smoking cigarettes. Steve,
no, there's no smoking. No smoking on the grounds.
Yes. Oh my goodness gracious! And we are looking for advertisers. If you want to advertise on the PA, you can go ahead and do that, and we'll get Venmo at Coach Schumann.
Yes, Venmo at Coach Schumann, please. We'll do all that.
And then, oh wow, special guest we got. The score is now, yes, UConn 42, Merrimack 7. Joe Fagano's thrown 5 more touchdowns against
Figiano.
Oh, sorry, Fagano. I used my Jersey accent on that.
Yeah, I know. You can't say.
Let me do my New York accent. New York, you know.
I got in trouble for I posted Jamal Lundy's wide receiver and all the UConn
Yes, right. You told me.
Facebook
I think you
group.
told us that. I think.
Yeah, I did, and bashed everyone for not taking him.
Well, you
And then
didn't
I
have to
post.
bash it. You didn't have to bash anybody.
Yes, I do. And then I posted Julius's guys and bashed them for that.
How come you? Well, why'd you get in trouble though? Who got you in trouble?
I didn't get in trouble yet. I'm sure I will.
Why would you get in trouble?
Because you have resources like Julius, yourself, Jamal.
No one's using you. It's serious.
Well, that's the problem. Julius would, he's called UConn and tried to get them to look at his kids. They don't. Jamal drove 7 hours to bring his kid there, and Moore didn't even look at him. And I hope, he got invited to Penn State's camp and UCLA and USC. I hope he gets offered and goes there and just dominates. And then I can say, congratulations, you could have had this kid. If you just offered him, he would have committed. He didn't want money. He didn't want anything. He just wanted an opportunity. But yeah, so I will be going to UConn, our alma mater, on Wednesday. Or no, Thursday. I'm going to see Maria Courtney Williams on Wednesday. Wednesday night, we're going to Maria's restaurant. Maria's letting me stay at her place. And then Thursday, we are shooting our documentary at UConn.
That's exciting.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know which direction it's going to go in. We'll see how they do. We'll see if how excited Phil is about it. Freeman was excited about it.
What was he excited about?
He just shocked that he was very happy to, he wants. Well, no, I mean, he wants to take advantage of it and feature UConn and, show the campus and act like I'm some important, loved alumni.
You are beloved.
No. I'm not beloved. But he likes the fact that the documentary, if it ends up going anywhere like she claims it could, it will.
Two guys with movies.
Who?
You and Billy the Lick. Your guys should combine your movies.
It's not a movie. It's a documentary. You're going to be in it. You're going to be interviewed.
Oh, wow.
It's a documentary. It's completely different.
What do they want to know about with me?
Well, no, the podcasting.
I know, but what would they want to know?
I have no idea. I'm not in charge.
What do I think about the great Steve Cully?
I have no idea what she's gonna ask. She just loves the she loves the idea that overcoming multiple adversities and reinventing yourself and being a podcast host and all that good stuff and working with you and having the success that we're having. I think that's what she'll want to talk about. I mean, I gave her my list. You're on the list. I was shocked that Randy Etzel said yes.
Not your boy.
First of all, it's not my boy. Because I asked him, I said, Coach, I have to ask your permission on something. And I explained it. I said, listen, I'm not making this up. I know it's crazy. They're doing a documentary on my life. And I had to put a list together of people to be interviewed. And
maybe you should get Billy the Liquor's guy's agent.
Because he's doing a banner job for Billy the Liquor.
Well, maybe they are. You don't know. You don't know if they are.
Not. They will. The movie, is it in production? No. this Phantom movie we keep hearing about. My documentary will be done by the time they even sign a movie deal.
Could you imagine? All right, so you could do the. I'm looking at the application here. I'm putting my name in there.
You are not, you fucker.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
You,
Football PA, basketball PA, Olympic sports PA.
oh, you cocksucker! Is it on the website?
Oh, so you want the job then?
No,
you want it,
you
dude.
took my idea. No,
Of course. What do you think I fucking do for a living? Steal ideas.
There's no, you can't pull it off. You run 10,000 clubs. How are you going to do it? You're not going
easy fun for 3.
yeah. You could do the
with another 3 ball. You could find lots of good in the FUD.
Yeah, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. There's no way. There's no way.
You got to do correct. So you want me to read it to you? So you submit links of the recordings. The following PA reads. So we can.
Oh God, are you serious?
All right, here we go. So let's do our read on air. Let's have you do your read. Okay. I'll put it up here. You're gonna go, and then I'm gonna go. This is our audition right now. Here we go. Let's see who auditions.
Okay.
You're auditioning right now. Here we go. You're up. You go. You go.
Didn't tell me what I have to say. Oh,
please submit links of recordings of the following PA reads. YouTube or Drop.
You're gonna have to
I'll go first.
You're gonna have to cut this up. Okay.
What's that?
You're gonna have to cut it up in the reels. So
yeah, I'll go. Then you go.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ready? You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So this first one is a welcome message.
I got it. I see it. Go ahead.
All right. Let me just read it first to myself. Fans, welcome to the XL Center for tonight's game, presented by Citgo Petroleum and Lewis Business Center, featuring the Georgetown Hoyas and your University of Connecticut Huskies. All right, your turn. That's pretty good.
Fans, welcome to the XL Center for tonight's game, presented by Citgo Petroleum and Lewis Business Center, featuring the Georgetown Hoyas and your University of Connecticut Huskies.
Not bad. My dog is interested in this. He's right up next to me. All right, that was pretty good.
I've done PA announcing before.
I know you probably woo-soxed it up. All right, next one. This is near and dear to your heart. You ready?
Oh God! As long as it doesn't
say read it real quick.
Nick Evers, I'll be okay.
All right, UConn football. This one is. UConn football has closed out their season as the Fenway Bowl champions with the most wins since 2007. Join Connecticut's team this fall at the Rent. Season tickets are now on sale at UConnTickets.com. That's going to be tough. You got to beat that one. Go.
UConn football has closed out their season as the Fenway Bowl champions with the most wins since 2007. Join Connecticut's team this fall at the Rent. Season tickets are now on sale at UConn-tickets.com. Don't miss out.
Ooh, you ad-libbed. I love
it. Dude, this is what I do.
All right, you go first for this one, then I'll go.
I got to
sponsor. You know you're going to nail this one. You should nail this one. You're a spot.
I do that because I do all the spot. Okay.
You do all the spot. Okay. All right, you got it. You got it.
The Husky Mania Fan Shop is the official fan shop of UConn Athletics. They've got the perfect selection of all official Husky gear for fans of all ages and sizes. Support UConn Athletics and student athletes by visiting the merch stand or shop online at shop.uconnhuskies.com now.
Attention, loyal UConn Husky fans. The Husky Mania Fan Shop is the official fan shop of UConn Athletics. They've got the perfect selection of official Husky gear for fans of all ages and sizes. Support UConn Athletics and student athletes by visiting the merch stand
or shop online on shop.yukonhuskies.com.
Yeah, that's got all the passion and enthusiasm of a DMV employee.
Well, it sounds like you're screaming at me like I'm in a WWE.
You gotta show passion and enthusiasm. You gotta get the crowd involved.
Your last one. Your
Fine.
hardest. Your hardest is the thing below. Please submit your resume, cover letter, and list of professional references. That'll be your toughest.
I got a great resume. I don't do cover letters, and I got great references.
All right, you ready? Your last one, then my
I
last.
do.
Go ahead, go.
All right. She dribbles down the or no. Hold on. Chen dribbles down the floor, passes to the right corner. Easy Fudd for 3, and it's good.
With Paige Peckers no longer as the one, Easy Fudd gets the ball, and she drills it for 3.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right, now there's your hard part. What else you got here? Let's see. You got it. That was fun, actually. You got to send it to Mark. You know who probably fills this? Who reads this is marketing at UConn.com. You know who's filling this spot? You know.
Don't say it.
Who do you think's filling it?
Phil's not doing that.
No. No, you know who's filling it. You know who's
marketing.
I think when you have Muncie involved.
Oh, Kyle. Yeah, Kyle's up.
Right? Oh no, he's more on licensing. He's licensing.
It could be Kyle. You're right.
UConn marketing.
Or Enright. Mike Enright could be.
Oh, Enright. Oh, hey, I remember Enright. Well, Chief Communications Officer. Let's see. UConn Athletics. Let's see who your go-to is here. All right.
They have so many.
I know
people in that on staff. It's
I know. I don't even know who marketing. Maybe I don't know. Associate Director of Marketing and Digital Media, Emily Quigley. I don't know who she is. She's so young.
That's all right. I'll ask next week. I'll ask Phil.
I don't know if she's in charge. It's probably that. I bet she's the athletic director.
Nah, Benedict wouldn't give a fuck about that. A PA announcer? That's like peanuts. That's like nothing.
I don't know. That's probably important part. In some of the games, it's probably pretty important.
Not really. I mean,
you could be the voice of the Huskies. I mean, come on now.
I am the voice of the Huskies. I do more Husky shows than anyone. And you know where it got me?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to say Blumpkins, though.
I would not say Blumpkins.
What would you do? You couldn't do that.
No, I got yelled at. Frank would do the high school football games for our New Hartford team. He couldn't make it one game. He sent me in his place, and I got yelled at.
Did you really?
Yes, by the head coach's wife. The head coach sent his wife up to the booth to yell at me.
Why? What were you doing?
It was the semifinals of the playoffs, and the winner was going to the Dome to play in the Dome that Syracuse plays in.
Right.
We were up. We were smoking this team. It was like 35-7, and we scored. And I said, "Who's ready to go to the Dome? Here we come. Carry your dome." And
what happened?
The wife came up and said that
didn't say that.
The coach was not happy and wanted me to tone it down. So I said, she's like, "The game's not over yet." I go, "They've had 2 first downs this entire game. We're up 35-7. There's 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I think we're fine." The coach hates me. Kramer, his name is. He just hates me. Well, yeah, because I wanted to help. I wanted to volunteer. I wanted to coach, and he wouldn't bring me on because I know way more football than him, and he doesn't want anyone who knows more than him.
Well, it's because you're going to be the next announcer.
No, I'm not going to be the next announcer. I'm not going to be the next announcer.
Would you, if they said to you, Steve, we have a job for you. You're going to be the PA announcer, but you're going to be doing golf and diving.
There's no PA announcer for golf. Diving I can handle. I was going to go there. Razul had wanted to offer me a job to work at the House of Changes, but it's just with I can't afford to pay for rent and housing. Housing is like $1,700 a month, $1,500. My car insurance would be $700 a month. So I there's no way I could afford to live with the salary that would pay, and this is a part-time gig. So
what? Oh yeah. So that's also something I want to ask you about.
what?
Let's see. Hold on a second.
What, you know someone who sells car insurance?
Geico.
No. Thanks.
I'm joking. What was I going to say? Yeah. So I think we should wrap the show. I have something I have to ask after.
Okay. That's fine. So this has been Husky Hardballs. Great job sweeping Butler, rounding out the season with Maine, and we'll be talking about the Big East tournament next weekend. For Coach Schumann, I'm Steve Cully, the best podcast host in the universe. Remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges, throw them